Okay, so good afternoon, all of you. My sincere respects to all of you. I mean, if you are talking to the students, you can just start by saying good afternoon, all of you. But here, you might be a combination of various skills, you might be a combination of various experiences. I see people who are at my age, I see people who are not at my age, seniors to me. I see some young people as well. So, for example, I've seen our professor out here. He was my student when he was at Saraswati Raja College when he was doing his UG. And I had a couple of more people when we were in cafeteria 2 days back. So I was really happy to see some of my ex-students working as faculty members in our institutions. I'm very much excited about this program today. Although Venkatesh sir has given me an opportunity for 1 hour or 2 hours, this program could change your life. Sometimes some people's delivery, some people's words and insights might be creating a big impact in your mind, right? So I'm very excited about this program. But before starting the program, gratitude is the biggest power of the universe. So I'd like to express my gratitude. My gratitude, first of all, goes to Venkatesh sir, who has the habit of pulling me wherever he works. He was with DJ, he pulled me in. He was at STC, he pulled me in. What belief he has on me, I don't know, but he really likes my service, and most importantly, he respects my service. And there you go, I'm in Ratnam Group as well, so he has invited me here. So first of all, my sincere gratitude goes to Prasanna Venkatesh sir, who is the head of corporate relations. I thank you sir for your kind gesture of inviting me. I thank Dr. Kumar sir, who has been sharing plenty of ideas. I had discussion with him for 6 minutes. In 6 minutes, I have learned plenty of things out of his mindset. So I thank you sir for giving your time. And the next gratitude is for all the learned faculty members. Don't take me as a professional or expert. I'm also one among the faculty members like you. If you are listening to me just like a friend, you are definitely going to get almost 85% of the program. If you are listening to me as a faculty development expert or a person who is really renowned for giving lots of insights, you're not going to get even 30% out of it. Because whenever the ego comes, it gets clashed, deliverable will not be fine. So please take me one among your team. And the idea is that this is step number 1. I have prepared a proposal to be given to the management. The proposal states like this. On November 12th, we will have our initial discussion, that is now. And 1 week later, we will be interacting for 1 full day workshop. And that full day workshop will be activity based. And after that, I will be segregating the total people into 5 batches. Each batch will comprise of 30 people. Your best friends might be there, your best friends might not be there. So 30 people in each batch. So we will be segregating into 5 batches. Each batch will undergo 20 hours of behavior modification training program. You will enjoy it, you will really like it. And in those 20 hours, I will make sure that your life will be changed. The perspective of looking at your life will be changed. So this is a plan. So this is just the ignition. This session is just an ignition. And it's not going to be beyond the 70 minutes or 80 minutes. I've got some tools and techniques to be given to you. And you can take that. And if you want, you can have the video as well for free. And you can make it. So, I have given the introduction. So with your permission, shall I start?
Yes.
Thank you. So we have few profound questions to be asked first of all. Now, as I told you, let us not label this as faculty development program. Let us label this as an ordinary life skills program. Because the title itself is from where you are to where you want to be. From the point A to B. You might have seen, I have underlined the letters A and B. Wherever we are, we are a chief executive officer of a company, we are a chief professor of a university, we are a big protocol to businessman. Whatever we are and wherever we are and whoever we are, there is always a next level. Nobody is satisfied at the current level. In fact, life should be like that. Right? Only saints will be settling down with what they have got right now. Nobody will have the current satisfaction level, and there is always a next level of improvement. So right now, I want you to with your life. There are 5 cylinders of your life. First cylinder is your professional cylinder, 5 firing cylinders. Because of those 5 firing cylinders, you are getting grown and you are even flying. The first firing cylinder is your professional cylinder. How is your professional life? How good are you doing? You are actually catering to the expectation of 2 people, one from the management and another from the marketplace. Marketplace is the students, right? So how satisfied you really are in terms of the first firing cylinder? Well, Mr. Manian, I'm satisfying the management, but I'm not unfortunately satisfying the students for doing it. Some people might say, I'm good for the students, but management doesn't like me, they hate me. And some people may say, I don't know whether the management likes me, or I don't know whether the students like me. I don't know whether I like me or not. So some people will have that category as well. So the first firing cylinder is your professional cylinder. Second firing cylinder is your family. How's your family life? Some people, family life will be rocking, their professional life will be pathetic. And for some people, it will be other way around. Professional, they will be gold star, and in the family, they will be fit for nothing, right? So how is your professional life and how is your family life? Third, growth cylinder. How is your growth? See, only 2 things give happiness in life. One is action and another one is progress. It's not the bank account that you have, it's not the amount of wealth you have, it's not the acres and acres of lands that you own. The happiness is given to you only by progress. If this professor is appreciating this professor, stating that, sir, you're really doing better. Last semester you were not that much good, but this semester you're really good. So that appreciation is worth $1 million for him. Progress. I am better than what I was yesterday, today. And I will be better tomorrow what I am today. Right? So this progress ratio is a very important one. So that's what is the third cylinder, growth cylinder. How much mark out of 100 you will give for your own self for the growth that you have in your professional life, not about the family life in the professional life. Well, I have got an experience of almost about 12 years. And in the 12 years, I will give mark for say 75% out of 100 because I grow. Plenty of people consider me as a trustworthy person. Plenty of people consider me as a learned person. So my growth cylinder is really good. But some people might say, no, I'll be giving only 40% of the mark for growth cylinder because no people are really giving me, no person is giving me the appreciation. I'm always feeling underrated and unappreciated. So my growth cylinder is really bad. So some people will have that. So that's the third cylinder, right? Fourth cylinder is your knowledge capital. How much you know. Do you really know about stock market? Do you really know about the provincial concepts of a particular nation? Do we really know about the political issues of a nation? So unclassified knowledge, that's a fourth cylinder, knowledge capital, right? So how much mark will you give for your own self for the knowledge capital out of 100, right? And fifth and final cylinder, perhaps the most important cylinder is your future thinking, your wish about the future, your goal about the future. Okay, you are a professor today, but 5 years later, 10 years later, I don't know. First, let me finish this semester, then let me think about the next year. Some people will say, Mr. Manian, I've got a flip-charted plan for what I'm going to do for the next 5 years and 10 years. I know what I have to learn for it. I know what I have to plan for it. And this Ratnam institution is giving me a launch pad for going to that particular plan that I have. Some people will be really having this kind of thing. So which category you actually belong to? So what is your future? That is your career cylinder. Thinking about the future. Now, these 5 cylinders are actually running your world. I mean, for a third person, these 5 cylinders are the real conspicuous message delivered. When I look at you, these 5 cylinders will give me the message that you are such and such person, you are good in this and this area. When I hear about you for the first time ever in my life, and the way you speak over phone to me, your voice will deliver how much you are doing in these 5 cylinders. So the program I'm going to give now might be hitting any of these 5 cylinders. Preferably speaking, I'm going to give more focus towards your 5th cylinder and the 1st cylinder, your professional cylinder and the career cylinder. So if we have got some problems in these 5 cylinders, then I think we have to go for a revamp. But not many people will experience all the problems in all the 5 cylinders at a given point of time. Some people will be experiencing in one of the out of 5 factors. Some people will be experiencing in 1 or 2 factors. Some people will be experiencing in just 1 factor. But if you say that no, all these 5 factors are really affecting me they are in the negative slope. If you're saying that, then we need to talk personally because your life is going on in a different new direction. Because we've got, basically, there are 5 questions. Don't ask these questions to yourself as a faculty member, ask these questions to yourself as an ordinary, learned human being. Who am I? Your name is not the answer. Your qualification is not the answer. I'm the daughter of my father and mother. I'm the son of my daughter of my father and mother. That's not the answer. Your ethnicity is not the answer. Your geographical location is not the answer. When you are thinking about your basic purpose of life, that's the answer. So who am I? It's the first question. If you ask the first question and you get the answer, and that answer will be, because this question is basically a question about your identity, right? And if you take the second question, which is even more interesting, where do I come from? I come from nearby, out here? No, not the geographical location. Where do you come from? What's the core beliefs and values of your family? For your family, what is meant by honesty? Unga family ku honesty appadina enna artham? Avanga enna solluvaanga? Thodil appadina unga family solra vishayam enna? Because, my dear friends, the core component, you are the core component, and you are made up of 4 things. Each individual is made up of 4 things. Forget about your qualification, forget about your education. Each and every person here, each and every gentleman, each and every elegant lady out here is being combined with 4 things. Thing number 1, the basic core values your family have been feeding. Point number 1. Point number 2, the basic core beliefs that you had for yourself. When you are a young star, when you are walking towards the fire, your mom will be saying, that's a dangerous one. Your dad would have been saying, that's not a good thing to do. But your grandfather would have said, if you go near the fire, if you touch the fire, you will be burnt and you will die. So the child attracts the third explanation more. And there you go. We have definitely developed a coward child. But the mom was right, the father was right, but the grandfather was not right. But you cannot say, dear grandfather, don't misguide me like this. You cannot say at that point of time. Your subconscious mind registered it, and you have developed a particular trait because of that explanation. So all these core values are the second question. So the first thing is your basic value of the family. The second thing is the core belief that you have. The third thing is the feeding from the other people. The words and feeding from the other people about the world. Feeding from your brothers, feeding from your sisters, feeding from your relatives, feeding from your friends, feeding from your own self, feeding from the news that you have watched, feeding from the films, the genre of films that you have watched. If you have watched horror movies, quite a lot of horror movies when you were a kid, you'll be basically a dangerous person right now. If you are watching action-based movies when you were a kid, you'll be mostly bold person at this point of time. If you are watching totally tragic movies when you were a kid, that was the feeding that was done in the subconscious mind, and you'll be crying for all things. So a person's psychological inference, the third thing that is determining the person's psychological inference is the feeding that the person gets. The fourth one, I told you the 4 things, right? The fourth one is the self-talk. What you talk within yourself at a given point of time. We teach students to develop their self-confidence, right? So how do you think self-confidence can be developed? Self-confidence can be developed only by talking to yourself. Inner conversation is the only universal way to develop your self-confidence. Not reading books, not attending seminars, not attending sessions like this. Inner conversation, your inner conversation is the only thing that is going to determine your self-confidence. Let me share a simple statistics with you. Let us take 4 categories of people. Category number 1 is the kids category, 0 to 5, right? Birth to 5. Category number 2 is the adolescent category, 5 to 17. Category number 3 is 17 to 35, middle-aged category. I'm sorry, youngsters category. Category number 4 is this middle-aged category from 35 to 60. Category number 5, we do not talk about that, right? Senior citizens. Let's take these 4 categories. And one extensive research in University of Harvard says that the first category of people, 0 to 5, the kids, they get 10,000 thoughts in a day if they are awake for 14 hours. 14 மணி நேரம் அந்த குழந்தைங்க முடிச்சிருந்துச்சுன்னா ஒரு நாளைக்கு அவங்களுடைய மைண்ட்ல வர எண்ணங்கள் 10,000 எண்ணங்கள், 10,000 thoughts. Second category, adolescent people, interesting category. They come up with lots of surprises, right? How many of you are having teenage children at house? You will have plenty of problems with them. They will see the world in a different view. Why? OG stage in சொல்லுவாங்க, teenage stage, OG stage in சொல்லுவாங்க. OG stands for opinion generation. If you as a mom say that this is wrong, they will ask why. Why is it wrong? Tell me. Right? And if you as a father, if you say that this is something that what the PM Narendra Modi does is something really interesting. If you say that no, that's not interesting. Why do you say this? That's interesting. He's stupid. That's what the reaction would be from them, because they have got this different kind of opinion that has been generated. But till the age of 10, 12, whatever you tell, that was the encyclopedia for their brain. But right now, they ask questions. So that category, that is the second category. If they are awake for 14 hours in a day, they get 15,000 or 17,000 thoughts in a day. Third category are students, right? You be an MBA faculty, you be in the UG faculty, are students from 17 to 35. Interesting category. They get 68,500 thoughts in a day, in just one day, if they are awake for 14 hours. Just imagine, my dear friend, 68,500 thoughts, and in those 68,500 thoughts, 68.5K thoughts, 0.1% is positive, and the rest is negative. 0.1% is positive, rest is negative. Because the person doesn't know the second one. What is the second one? The second one is the heritage. The person has not understood properly about the heritage. The person has not properly understood about the identity, right? So, in the ரெண்டு லேயர்ல பிரச்சனை இருக்கும்போது, leave the students. We are speaking about you. நம்மள பத்தி தான் இங்க பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம். இந்த ரெண்டு லேயர்ல நமக்கு பிரச்சனை இருக்கும்போது, automatically we will be having the problem with the third layer also. The third layer is a question: why am I here? Why am I at Ratnam? What am I doing here? What's my profound responsibility in Ratnam group of institutions? Because if we are answering this question is basically about, it's a question of your purpose. சின்ன வயசுல goal setting நம்மளுக்கு நிறைய பேர் பாடம் எடுக்கல. I mean, not many teachers have taught us how to set goals. Not many faculty members have given some workshop for how to set goals. Many people are, almost about 75% of the people are working in their institutions without any goals. Overall in Tamil Nadu. Because they haven't known about the purpose. So, third question is about purpose. Fourth question, what can I do? If you ask that question is about your potential. And the fifth question is, where am I going? That is the question of your destiny. Now, out of these 5 questions, this label of this program is a life skills program, a faculty development program, whatever it may be. You tell me, out of these 5 questions, as a teacher, which are the 3 questions that we need to keep on asking to ourselves? Can I get an answer? Out of these 5 questions, if I ask you to rank out of these 5 things, look at this, the empirical choice of a teacher. Question of identity, question of heritage, question of purpose, question of potential. Rank these as a teacher. First rank, you question of potential, question of purpose, question of destiny. Question of destiny. Question of destiny. Purpose. Okay. But destiny is also right. Purpose, fine. Rank number 2. Question of heritage. Question of potential. Okay. And rank number 3. Question of heritage. All the answers are right. But if we take a pilot survey out here, we will come up with this inheritance. Question of purpose, question of potential, and what can I do? Where am I going? Why am I here in Ratnam group of institutions? That's the first question. The purpose. Ma'am rightly mentioned purpose. There is some purpose. Okay, we will be having some problem with this institution. Institutionல வேலை செய்யும்போது அந்த இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ல இருக்கிற நெகட்டிவ் லூப் ஹோல்ஸ்னால நம்மள டிமாரலைஸ் பண்ற மாதிரி ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இருக்கும். அது எல்லா இடத்துலயும் இருக்கும். அது உங்களுக்கும் தெரியும், எனக்கும் தெரியும். But life is not like that. Life is not getting enslaved with those problems. Getting out of the problem, giving new juices to your life, giving new meaning to yourself, and start working with some kind of new mystical purpose. We have lots of people. அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் ஒர்க் பண்றவங்க இருக்காங்க. அவங்கள தான் we call as role models. There is a magical word, and that word is called as leadership. We call some people as leaders, and those people are the ones. Why they are called as leaders? Because they have this question of purpose on the top of the hat. They might be paid less, they might be given less appreciation, they might be given less motivation, but still something inside them is making them work really hard. There will be plenty of problems in the institution. There will be problems in the department, there will be problems in the management, there will be problems in the society, there will be problems in the politics, there will be problems in the micromanaging, there will be problems with the students, but still, this category of people keep moving with some form of motivation. And those people, my dear friends, they are called as leaders. நீங்க படிக்கும்போது சில வாத்தியார்களை பார்த்த உடனே this guy is a real teacher அப்படின்னு நீங்க சொல்லிருப்பீங்க. Those people are in that category. They had this question of purpose on the top. That's why they were fond. That's why they were the fond choice of yours. You are fond of the teacher because the teacher was having this question of purpose in his or her top of the hat. Why not we live like that? Mr. Maniyan, that is easy. Sort of ரொம்ப easy. ஆனா ஒரு நாள் இந்த காலத்துல நீங்க வந்து வாழ்ந்து பாருங்க. அப்ப தெரியும். Then you will know. Coming as a faculty development programmer and giving a choice, giving a presentation and going handsomely, இது எல்லாமே பண்ணலாம். But you come here, you live one particular organizational day in this institution, you will come to know. You will be one among us. I don't agree with that. But still, life has to move on. Because mumbling and sitting in one corner and crying is not going to solve the solution. 3 things have never solved our problems. வாழ்க்கையில 3 விஷயங்கள் வந்து நமக்கு problem solve பண்ணதே இல்லை. One is crying, another one is getting angry, and another one is getting jealous of others' growth. Anybody in this room, please tell me, you have got some happiness, you have got some growth because of these 3 things. Yes. Because of crying, I got the promotion in this institution. Because of anger, I have got this seat, the AC room in which I am. That has been given to me because of my anger. நீங்க தப்பா சொல்றீங்க. Angerனாலே அழுகிறதுனாலே எனக்கு எல்லாமே கிடைச்சது. Then நீங்க தான் இங்க வந்து கிளாஸ் எடுக்கணும், நான் உட்கார்ந்து சொல்லணும். If that is the case, I tell you, this anger, this jealousy, and this sadistic kind of, always self-sympathizing. எனக்கு மட்டும் ஏன் அப்படி நடக்குது? எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் கடவுள் என்னையே சோதிக்கிறாரு இப்படி self-sympathizing never takes you to places. Because the person who has got this question of purpose in the mind does not have time to think on all those things. Am I right or wrong? Yes or no?
Yes.
Because every day morning, towards the end of the program, I'm going to give you a psychological technique called as DLS. Program முடியும் போது DLS ங்கிற ஒரு டெக்னிக் நான் சொல்லித் தரேன். You can teach to your children as well. DLS stands for Daily Launches System. ஒரு நாளை எப்படி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறது. That's a wonderful technique. A few days back, I was in another corporate training program by Pace Microtechnology. I shared this DLS. Many corporate people liked it. In Bharatiya University Faculty Development Program, last week I did, and I gave this DLS. I even have the video of Bharatiya University. I'll give it to you. You can watch it. So this DLS is definitely going to make your life on a different basis. And the DLS வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு விஷயம் என்னன்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா, we will launching the day with reminding about your basic purpose. Launching the day, reminding yourself about your basic potential. Launching a day, reminding yourself where you're supposed to go. Because look at the third thing, question of destiny. Where am I going? Where am I going? To acquire the topmost position of Ratnam Group. No, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. இது ஒரு நிகழ்வு. You being a part of Ratnam Group is just an incident in your life. Maybe 15 years and 20 years later in your life, if you look back, this would have been a speck of an incident that has happened in your life. This is not the destiny, right? Unless the management, every other people will be having this as a speck of an incident. If you are serving an institution, you have to serve the institution at least for 6 years, minimum. Let me share you a very good metrics. First year full of system study. How is this institution? இவங்க யாரு? இவங்க எப்படி? யார் நல்லவங்க? யார் மோசமானவங்க? நமக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி யார் இருக்காங்க? இப்படிலாம் மைக்ரோஸ்கோபிக்கா கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வருஷம் போயிடும். செகண்ட் இயர் யூ வில் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். அந்த இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ல இருந்து வரக்கூடிய ரெமுனரேஷனை வச்சு உங்க லைஃப் எந்த அளவுக்கு ஸ்கேல் அப் ஆகுதுன்னு பார்க்கறத 2வது வருஷம் ஓடிடும். How is my life progressing because of the remuneration I get from this institution? Is it really progressing? If it is not, what can we do? இது 2வது வருஷம் ஓடிடும். Third year, அந்த ஒரு வருஷம் தான் நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணணும். Fine, okay. I have understood the college, I have understood the institution, I have understood the family. Now let me contribute something to the institution. The third year is a champion year because that's the only year when we would work. Fourth year, we start developing that, okay, fine, we have spent 3 years out here. I have grown in such and such basis. Am I not deserving a hike in my salary? Am I not deserving a kind of a promotion in my position? அப்படி நீங்க யோசிக்கிறதுக்காக தான் இந்த 4th year. 5th year, you will have more advancement. 4th year, you get a question. 5th year, consolidate. Yes, I deserve a lot. Yes, I deserve more. Yes, I'm a capable person because I have done such and such things in the past 4 years of disability. You will be on a strong basis. And the 5th year, you'll be commanding. Your performance will be really good. Then the 3rd year, your 5th year performance will be really good. 6th year, you'll be like a retired person. I have served 5 years. It's almost at least 1/3 of your life, 1/3 of your professional life, right? 40 years you work for 1/3 of your professional life. Okay, I have served. Now, what new avenues can I take? அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி யோசிக்கிறதா 6 years. அப்போ இந்த ப்ராசஸ் எல்லாம் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ல குறைஞ்சது 6 years ஆக நம்ம சர்வைவ் ஆகும். But in the 6 years, We cannot live like a coma stage patient into the campus. We have to live our life, and we have to really enjoy each and every moment. That will be possible only if you answer these three questions. What's your purpose? Burn down the bridges. I'm not speaking about your past, your pains in the past. There is a statement called as your past does not equal your future. Your past does not equal your future. You belong to the fourth category. Some people here belong to the fourth category. I told you the fourth category, from 35 to senior citizen. Most of us are belonging to the fourth category. The fourth category, ஒரு நாள் 25,000 thoughts. Youngsters க்கு தான் 68,000 thoughts. நம்ம அந்த யங்ஸ்டர் இருந்தது அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 7-8 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி. அப்போ இந்த விஷயம் தெரிஞ்சிருந்தா ஒன்று நடந்திருக்காது. So we were in this particular scenario 7 or 8 years back. But right now we are the fourth one, and it is a very secure kind of a thing, because when you are in the fourth category or when you are into the middle age, now when you are serving for one particular institution for more long time, you will have these things. Sometimes, the disease that experience for you. Sometimes you will have ignorance of purpose. Sometimes you will have potential blindness. Potential blindness. Sometimes you will have dormant visions. Why should I work here? I don't know. I haven't got proper motivation. Oh, I get vision. I'm not sure if இந்த வேலைக்குமே எந்த விதமான மோட்டிவேஷன் கிடைக்கும்போது நான் எதுக்கு அதை பற்றி யோசிக்கணும். இப்படி நீ வாழ்க்கையில் விருத்தியை பேச ஆரம்பிச்சு. That's called as dormant visions. And sometimes you will have undefined meanings. You will start experiencing something that you have never experienced. You will start experiencing more quantum of jealousy. குழந்தைகளுக்கு ஜெலசியா இருக்கக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. நம்மளுக்கு வந்து அது பயங்கரமா இருக்கும். விஸ்வரூபம் எடுத்தாலும் ஏன்னே தெரியாது. I don't know why. இவனை பார்த்தாவே எனக்கு பயங்கர கடுப்பா இருக்கும். கொஞ்சம் semester. I don't know why. I really have this hatred of this person. I was good with the person last year. I was even good with the person last semester, but this semester I am really feeling very bad about this person. Why? Something evil that has happened. Right? Christ is about the identity of self. This is the biggest disease of all. Losing the identity. Who are you? You are an MPhil, you are a PhD holder, or you are pursuing PhD. You are good in this particular thing when you are in UG, you are good in this particular thing in PG. Your accolades, your achievements, feeling good about the self, your pride, situation. And that's a very dangerous kind of a thing. Psychologically speaking, that's the first entrance of depression. Last of our crisis about the identity of the self. That's the first entrance of depression. So depression is so no, depression is something that is big. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't call yourself as depressed people. In psychological terms, some of you might be interested in BSc and MSc psychology. So in psychological terms, depression is a very big disease. If a person is depressed, the person will not listen to this program at all. The person will not be sitting normally at all. Either the person will be keeping on crying or the person will be unconscious. Depression or your first step, dejection. And from dejection, you go to self-tragedy. And from self-tragedy, you go to negative impartial blindness. Negative impartial blindness is the final stage of depression. This is a course. We have a diploma, PG, doctorate. And speaking, and I am a doctor. If you say that you are a depressed person, that's a different thing. You are undermining yourself also. Please don't undermine yourself. Avoid the word depression when you are at home, because your children are watching, your children's subconscious mind is open. So what happens is that person thinks about all the jubilant kinds of things, and in another 5 minutes, we have a very energetic person. So in the first time, a deprived person, second time, an energetic person. There is a difference. What is the difference between these two? What is happening? First time, the physiology, language, and mental focus were all negative. Second time, the physiology, language, mental focus were all completely positive. So it applies to you also. At every single moment, these three things you are supposed to take control of. How is your body language at this given point of time? Is it positive or is it negative? Or is it slumped down? Are you very much dull? Or is your breath so much shallow? Or are you so much strong, or you're having your spinal cord straight? So your body language, your mental focus, what you're focusing at this point of time, and what is your self-talk? Basically. So how is your body language? What are you seeing into your mind as pictures? What are you talking into your mind as words? These three things determine your positive mindset and self-confidence in a given point of time. So when you want to develop your self-confidence, you got to ask three questions within yourself. I mean, at that point of time, if you feel that you are not having very good self-confidence, and if you are not feeling so much good about yourself, you're supposed to ask these three questions. Question number one is, what am I doing with my body language now? Is my body language slumping, or it is going to be positive? If it is slumping, you have to do some change in your positive body language. Body language is a change you can do. Maybe walking faster, maybe throwing your shoulders back, standing erect, speaking louder. This will change your body language. The second question that you need to ask within yourself is, what am I focusing on or believing now? In the moment, your mind and pictures. If I'm thinking about the next semester result, that is unnecessary. Change. TV program, you don't like the channel, what do? You change the channel. So, mind diversion. Third one is very important. As I told you, self-talk. 68,500 thoughts per youngsters per day. What are you saying to yourself? Transformation vocabulary in pair. What is the vocabulary? What are the words that you are using? You say that, oh my God, how could I be so stupid? That's the wrong way of putting things. Why not this? This is coming to an end so fast in my life. That's the wrong way of putting it. This is up to me. I have to do this. Good way. I have done this in the past. I'm going to do this in the future as well. It's a good way. So, so before I give you this DLS technique, I want you to understand this wonderful technique of altering your mindset. At any given point of time, நீங்க யோசிக்கிற விஷயத்தை மாத்துறது மூலமா, நீங்க பேசிக்கிற விஷயத்தை மாத்திக்கிறது மூலமா, உங்க பாடி லாங்குவேஜை மாத்துறது மூலமா உங்க மைண்ட் மாறும். The mindset will change. So, please follow this. Sleep consists of three regions. First one is early sleep. Early sleep na 10 மணிக்கு நைட் உங்களுக்கு வர தூக்கம். If you are not using screens, like you're not using your laptop, you're not using your smartphone, 10:30 you should be feeling sleepy. ஆனா யாருமே 10:30 தூங்குறது, right? Because of the screen timings, TV, smartphone and laptop. So early sleep is the initial sleep that you get at 10:30 or 11 p.m. Deep trance sleep, அதுக்கு ஒரு டைம் இருக்கு. The deep trance sleepனா எங்க இருக்குன்னே தெரியாம நம்ம தூங்குறது deep sleep. அதுக்கு டைமிங் வந்து எக்ஸாக்ட் டைமிங் அப்படிங்கிறது exactly from 11:30 p.m. to 3:45 a.m. அந்த டைம்ல நீங்க டீப்பா தூங்குனீங்கன்னா that's enough. That's enough. Because it is not the quantity of the sleep, it is the quality of the sleep that is important. எத்தனை நேரம் நம்ம தூங்குறது முக்கியம், எவ்வளவு டீப்பா நம்ம தூங்குறோம் அப்படிங்கிறது. Third one is called as the readiness sleep. I mean the morning readiness sleep. Morning readiness sleep அப்படிங்கிறது அடுத்த நாளைக்கு பாடி தயாரா இருக்கு. அப்போ ஸ்லீப் மோட்ல தான் இருக்கும், பட் பாடி தயாரா இருக்கு. அதுக்கு டைம் இருக்கு 4 to 6:30. But if you are an early riser to wake up at 5 o'clock, உங்களுக்கு மார்னிங் ஸ்லீப் ரொம்ப கம்மி. பட் நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா, ஒரு 1:30 மணி 2 மணி நைட்டுக்கு நான் சொன்ன அந்த early sleep, deep trance sleep அப்படிங்கிறது காலேஜ் வந்த பிறகு. That's when they come to the class. இந்த மார்னிங் ஸ்லீப் அப்படிங்கிறது சாயங்காலம் ஒரு 4:30 மணி 5 மணிக்கு கேண்டீன்ல இருக்கும்போது, அந்த கேண்டீன்ல இருக்கும்போது அந்த ஸ்லீப் போயிடும். because they are their friends. நம்ம எப்படி அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்டா ourselves. So we basically have the habit of இன்னைக்கு easily an ordinary citizen is awake till 12 o'clock in the night. Easily, right? But if you are having a wonderful habit of sleeping at 10 o'clock, முதல்ல 8 o'clock அப்படிவாங்க, 9 o'clock அப்படிவாங்க, இப்போ 10 o'clock, 10:30க்குள்ள டக்குன்னு நான் தூங்கிடுவேன் சார் அப்படின்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா you are living a wonderful lifestyle. Seriously. ஆனால் அடுத்த ஒரு பெரிய ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணாமல் 10:30க்கு நான் தூங்கி ஆகணும் அப்படின்ற ப்ராஜெக்ட் தூக்கி வச்சுட்டு போனீங்கன்னா அது வேற விஷயம். But if you are really having the wonderful habit of sleeping at 10:30, that's nice. But I'm speaking about the laziness in the morning, when you are having the morning readiness sleep. And the laziness அப்பதான் பண்ண வேண்டியது the first step. Of course, Mr. Manigan, I'm going for walking, I'm going for jogging, I'm going to the gym and I'm lifting weights or becoming like John Cena. அதெல்லாம் நீங்க பேசல. What I'm speaking about is, நீங்க walking போறீங்க, jogging போறீங்க அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு நீங்க ரெடி ஆகணும். You have to do all the things that you do in the morning. You have to put on the track shoe. You have to lace up your boots. இதுக்கு ஒரு 40 நிமிஷம் ஆயிருக்கு. நான் பேசுறது இந்த 40 நிமிஷம் பத்தி. You have to immediately wake up and you need to energize your mind and body. So Prasanna Veer is here, so he will be able to give you class about sun salutation. Mystical, spiritual things அப்படிங்கறத பத்தி எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும் அப்படின்னா he is a man. Because that Shiva பத்தி பேசுனீங்க அப்படின்னா 4 மணி நேரத்துக்கு பேசுவார். Vishnu பத்தி பேசுனீங்க 4 மணி நேரத்துக்கு பேசுவார். He's got a wonderful awareness about spiritual things. So coming back, the sun salutation அவ்வளவு நல்ல விஷயங்கள் இருக்கு. Sun salutation or sun salutation pudikala appadina jump. I want you to get out of the laziness because the psychological technique called as DLS works best only when you come out of the laziness. Not when you are working at the laziness. Laziness oda irukumbodhu work agadu. So run around the court for 8 times or jump or do skipping or do whatever. I want you to get out of that laziness. This is step number 1. 5 minutes for this step number 1. Get inspiration from the real legendary people. You need to have the pictures and picture skills of the real legendary people, your role models or the examples that you have. But you are not supposed to look at these people's pictures in your smartphone or in your laptop. It should be pictures pasted in the notebook or something.